Hello, hello. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. How are you guys doing today? I'm so happy to be back. Hey, Rich. Oh, yay. We'll wait just a couple moments before we get started. How are you doing? I'm better. I was sick for a couple weeks, actually with Corona. So it's all good though. Back better. I like to say you can't be reborn if you don't die first, right? So I like to think of it like a phoenix rising from the ashes. You need today's practice. I need today's practice too. I haven't really been practicing because I've been sick. And then since I've been back, I've been just so busy and I can come up with a million excuses, of course. But yes, I need practice today too. Yeah. We'll get started in 2 minutes. If you have any special requests, anything extra sore, you just need to release energy or something like that, we can do all of that stuff. I'm in a great mood. I hope you're in a great mood. And yeah, if you have any requests, let me know. You need grounding. Ooh, I like that. We'll do seated stuff for sure, and then I'll make sure that we ground. Yeah. All right, dope. All right, so we're going to go ahead and begin. If anybody else comes in, they will just have to join us. So we're going to start standing today. Bring your feet together at the front of your mat. You can close your eyes here for a moment. We're going to ground. I want you to take your toes and open them really wide and literally grab onto the earth with your feet. We're just going to take a moment here to rein in our awareness. You can start by imagining our awareness drawing the energy up from the center of the earth. I want you to feel your feet growing roots into the ground and drawing that energy up from the earth to the soles of your feet. I want you to feel nice and supported underneath the feet. And I want you to draw that energy and that awareness up through the soles of the feet, past the ankles, up to the calves. And I want you to start energizing the body as this awareness moves up. And draw that awareness up the knees, the thighs, the hips, and the base of the spine. Now go ahead and take a deep breath in. Draw that awareness up even further, engaging the core, standing up really, really nice and tall in the body, and drawing the shoulder blades back and down, feeling really broad through the collarbones. One more nice deep inhale. Feel that energy come all the way up to the crown of your head. Think about opening your crown chakra and feeling connected from both sides. So really deeply rooted in the earth through our feet and our root chakra at the base of the spine. And feeling really open and connected to the divine through our crown chakra. And then on the next breath in, go ahead and take your hands to heart center. Anjali Mudra, bringing the palms together. We're going to stay here for a couple of breaths. And I want you to ask yourself today during your practice, where am I focusing my awareness? Is my awareness on my body or on my mind? And then just pay attention to that throughout your practice today. We're going to start class with the sound of Om. So you can start by exhaling where you are. And take one nice deep breath in together. Fill the lungs all the way up. Taking one more breath, let that seal in the energy. And then whenever you're ready, eyes flutter open, bring your hands out and up, touching at the top. And then exhale, fold all the way forward, hinging at the hips. We're going to do a half sun salutation first. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat spine. And then exhale, fold. Next breath in, arms out and up, reverse swan dive. Hands touch at the top. And then exhale, bring them to heart center, Samastitihi. All right, we're going to do this one more time. A half sun salutation. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, fold. Uttanasana, hinging at the hips. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Moving with your breath. Then inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastiti. We're going to move through Sun Salutation A, Surya Namaskar A now. So on the inhale, arms out and up, palms touch at the top. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold forward. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat spine. And then exhale, fold, plant the hands. Walk back to high plank. And we're not going to go super fast. Just go ahead and shift your weight forward and backward. You can kind of feel yourself stretching in the calves and challenging the wrists a little bit here. Keep your core drawn in nice and tight. And if you're like me, your butt's probably a little too high, go ahead and lower that. Get that core tight and engaged. Yeah. So stay here in this high plank for just a couple moments. I want you to still focus on your breathing. And I'm just rocking my weight forward and backward. You don't have to do that, actually, if you don't want to, but you can just kind of stay here and hold it. And then taking another breath here. Bring your knees down onto the mat. Elbows back, gaze forward, low all the way down. On the next breath in, we're going to push through the hands. Take your gaze forward, cobra. Keep that core nice and tight. And then exhale, tuck the toes, lower the upper body down. And then lift up through plank pose, kind of like a push-up, but the elbows are still facing back. And then move into your downward facing dog. So we will stay in this down dog for 5 breaths. And if you want to invite some movement here, you may bend a leg, or you may come up onto your toes. Take whatever movements feel good for you and feel good for your body. It's a good way to bring awareness to the body as opposed to the mind. Really bringing our awareness to our breath. Pressing the ground away through the fingers, especially the pointer finger knuckle. And draw those heels down onto the mat. It's okay if your heels don't touch, and you can always bend your knees in downward dog if that's more comfortable for you. You will gain flexibility over time with practice. That's just a natural byproduct of yoga. So don't ever feel stressed if you can't reach. Next breath in, look between the hands. You can bend the knees. Hop, step, or walk up to the front of your mat. Placing the feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Next breath in, reverse swan dive. Arms out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. If your feet are apart, go ahead and take them together now. We'll do that again. Inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana. Fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant hands. Hop back, high plank. Shift your weight forward, gaze forward, elbows back, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Keep that core nice and tight, gaze forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Use your core to get you to down dog. When you get there, breathe. You should be breathing the whole time. Taking 5 deep breaths. Continue to pull that energy from the core of the earth up through your feet. So you should feel it in the balls of your feet, activating your legs and your thighs. When your hands are on the ground too, you can feel it drawing the energy up from the palms of the hands as well, making a point at your tailbone, like a mountain. Taking one more deep breath here. And then go ahead and gaze between the hands, bend the knees, hop, step, or jump up to the front of your mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. Exhale, fold. You can always bend your knees in a forward fold as well. Next breath in, reverse swan back, arms out and up. And exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. We're going to do one more Sun Sal A, and then we'll move on to Sun Salutation B, all right? So inhale, arms out and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant hands, walk back, plank pose. High plank, gaze forward. Shift your weight forward, low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, exhale. Downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. 5 breaths. And feel free to invite movement into these downward dogs if you still want to. Keep that core drawn in, really nice and tight. Breathing in through the nose, slow and steady inhales, and out through the nose, long, deep exhales. Next breath in, look between the hands, bend the knees, hop, step, or jump, up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. The next breath in, reach the arms out and up. Then exhale, bring the hands into heart center. Samasthiti. We're going to take Sun Salutation B now. So on the next bottom of the breath, I like to touch the ground first and then take my arms up to the sky. Utkatasana, chair pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, walk back, high plank. Go ahead and do the little front back, shift your weight forward and backward here for just a couple moments. We're not going to go as fast in the Sun Salutation B as we normally do. Go ahead and shift your weight forward. You can lower your knees down or not, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take one deep breath in this downward dog. And after that breath, go ahead and place the right foot between the hands. Warrior one, let that back left heel plant, arms up to the sky. You can take your palms together. Our hips are squared to the front of the room. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands back down onto the mat. Right foot meets left, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Stay here for one deep breath. And after that breath, go ahead and plant the left foot between the hands. Right heel plants, take everything up, arms up, palms touch. Keep your hips squared to the front of your mat. Warrior one. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands. Left foot meets right, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Stay here for 5 deep breaths. And try to find some peace here, some calm here, some consistency here. Because some people are probably thinking like, oh my gosh, my arms are so tired, or I don't like down dog, or something like that. But where can you find that peace? Where can you focus your awareness? And the next breath in, look between the hands. Bend the knees, hop, step, or walk up to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway, flat spine. And exhale, fold. And the next breath in, chair pose, Utkatasana, arms out and up. And then exhale, mountain pose, Samasthiti. All right, we got enough time for one more, so we'll do Sun Salutations one more time. On the bottom of the exhale, I like to touch the ground and then take arms up, Utkatasana, chair pose. An Ashtanga chair is a little different than regular chair. You're probably looking at me like I'm doing it weird, but it's just a little different. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant hands, walk back. Shift your weight forward. Knees are not, chaturanga. Ooh. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Let's take a breath here. Do it slow like we did the last one. Next, inhale, right foot between the hands, warrior one. Arms up. Deep breath. Exhale, hands plant. Right knees left. Shift your weight forward, gaze forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra, and then exhale, tuck toes, down dog. Go ahead and take this inhale, lift high on the toes. And then exhale, bring the heels down to the ground. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, lift high on the toes. And then exhale, open the mouth. Awesome. All right, go ahead and take the left foot between the hands, warrior one. Arms up, palms touch. Hips are square. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold, plant the hands. Left foot to the back of the mat, gaze forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, down dog. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. If you feel your breaths becoming a little shorter, try to lengthen them. One more deep breath here. You guys are doing so great. And then go ahead and look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or jump, all the way up to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. And the next breath in, chair pose. Exhale, mountain pose, Samasthiti. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our hands on our hips. We're just gonna hop our feet a little bit further apart. They're about hip distance apart, so they're not too wide or anything like that. So take your hands on your hips, take a deep breath in, pull your chest up to the sky, gaze up, take a little back bend. And then on the exhale, we're gonna fold forward. So You can sit just like this. You can take your hands, peace fingers around the big toe, and draw those elbows out. Use your upper body to pull your lower body so you get that traction in the back of the hamstrings. If you can't reach your feet, that's okay. You can just go like this, or you can bend your knees a lot, and then you'll be able to reach. Staying here for 3, 2, 1. On the next breath in, come up, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. We're gonna go ahead and take our palms facing up, fingers facing us, and place the hands underneath the feet, gorilla. Take a deep breath in, lift up halfway. And then exhale, fold. Same thing, bend those elbows, draw them out to the side. And if you need to bend your knees a lot here, you can do that. Stay here for just a couple moments. And ask yourself, where am I focusing my awareness? Are you focusing on your breathing? Allowing the inhales to be nice and slow. And the exhales to be nice and peaceful. Awesome. On the next breath in, go ahead and come up. And slowly roll up to standing. Go ahead and take those shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, draw them down the back. Do that again. Inhale, shoulders forward and up. And exhale, draw them back and down. Nice. All right. So wherever you are, you got your feet about hip distance apart. This is the fun part of Ashtanga. You get to jump. Woo, back to mountain pose. Samasthiti. All right. Take your hands on your hips. I know I put my hands on the hips. I don't know why. And we're going to take our right foot to the back of the mat. So bring it back there. Take that right foot facing back. This one's in like a warrior stance. We're moving into triangle. So take your arms out in front of you. Deep breath in. And then on the exhale, hinging at the hips, we're going to tilt forward over. Send the left arm up to the sky. And keep this core really nice and tight here. We're not dumping in this hand. Really, really active. You might have to pull this hip back to be in line with the body. Just keep some awareness in the body and in the breath. One more deep breath in. And then go ahead and look down and come all the way out. And then just switch your feet, go on the other side. A nice deep inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips, tilt all the way forward. Left hand plants, right arm up to the sky. You might need to pull this right shoulder back some, but not too far back. Just make sure that your shoulders are stacked on top of each other. Trying to be really flat here. Your gaze can go up to your top hand. One more breath. And go ahead and look down, bringing everything all the way up. We're just going to go ahead and turn the feet back to the back of the mat now. So same as they were on the first side. We're going to bend that right knee a lot. We're going to move into side angle pose. So we want this knee stacked over this ankle here. And I have to move your feet a little more. There we go. Take your arms forward and out. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, bend. You can take your forearm on your knee. And take your left arm up to the sky. If you're more advanced, you want a little more, you can take your right hand down to the ground behind that leg. Really press the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg so you feel that like opposition. And you can take your arm overhead. And if you're having a hard time breathing, smiling always helps. And the next breath in, come up, straighten the leg, or going the other way, switch the feet. Bend that left knee a lot, take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale, and take the left forearm off the left knee, right arm up to the sky. You took the other variation on the other side. You can take the same one you took. Forget to breathe in and out. You're doing a great job. We got one more breath here. On the next breath in, come up. Oh yeah. You can go ahead and meet in mountain pose. And you can jump there too, because that's kind of fun. All right, we're gonna do this again, skipping the revolved poses, but we're gonna take the right foot to the back of the mat. Toes facing the right this time, and they're gonna be parallel or slightly pigeon-toed. We're moving into Prasarita Padasana, which is the wide-legged standing forward fold series. We're gonna do all 4 of them today, so it'll be a lot of fun. So go ahead and take your hands on your hips. Take a little back bend if you want to. And when I take this back bend, I really poke my tailbone out. I poke my booty out so that I know when I fold, I automatically hinge at my hips. So inhale, back bend, poke your tailbone out, and then exhale, fold. You can take your fingers in line with your toes. Fingers facing forward, elbows facing back. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, you can pull with your arms, kind of like we did in that other pose. Elbows drawing back. You can feel that traction in the back of the hamstrings yet again. And breathe here. Nice deep inhales. Nice slow exhales. Maybe you shift your weight a little more forward, or maybe a little more backward, and you play around with that. Play around with that in the soles of your feet. If you're having trouble with keeping your neck relaxed because you're a little nervous that you're gonna fall, go ahead and make sure you relax your neck, because we're not gonna fall. And then maybe you can say a mantra in your head like, I am grounded, I am rooted, I am centered, I am safe. Whenever you're ready, you're gonna come all the way up to standing. Keep your feet where they are. We're gonna take the hands on the hips now, draw the elbows back, back bend again. Deep breath. Then exhale, fold. Keep the hands on the hips, elbows drawing back. Make sure you relax your head and neck again. Maybe nod yes and no. We won't stay here for that long. And then on the next breath in, kind of bend the knees, come all the way up. That's Prasarita Padasana variation B. Variation C, we take our hands and we interlace our fingers behind our back. If you can't reach your hands behind your back, you can hold on to a shirt, a towel, or a yoga strap. Go ahead and take that little mini back bend again. Deep inhale. Then exhale, fold. Let your hands come down. And if you're using a strap, your hands will come even lower. You'll be able to stretch your shoulders even more. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come all the way back up. We just got one more. You can release the hands. You can take them back onto the hips. Take another mini back bend. Gaze up. Then exhale, fold. You can take peace fingers around the big toes. Elbows out wide. Take a nice deep inhale. Lift up halfway. Then exhale, fold. Drawing those elbows out to the side. And while you're in this pose, maybe asking yourself, where can I soften? Can I soften the back of my neck? Can I soften my shoulders? One more nice deep breath. And then release. We're gonna come all the way up. And go ahead and jump back into that mountain pose here for just a moment. Let's take some shoulder rolls. We can draw our shoulders forward and back. And then wherever you are, imagine yourself standing up nice and tall. And then take your chin to your chest. And then just begin making some very gentle neck rolls. Going one direction, and then the other. Just really allowing your breath to guide you. Taking 2 more deep breaths. So if you've done one side, just switch directions now. After that, just gently release, bringing your head back up to center. Moving into pyramid pose next. So go ahead and take that right foot back, not as far back as we have been with the other 2, but maybe like two or 3 like little footprints. We're gonna square our hips to the back of the mat, and you can take your hands and grab opposite elbows. You've got reverse prayer hands in your practice, you can take that as well. But I'm gonna just grab opposite elbows for today. Take a nice deep inhale, look up. Exhale, fold, lead with your heart. Move slow. Take a nice deep inhale. And then allow your exhale to take you deeper into pose. Breathing in and breathing out. For 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Come all the way up. We're just going to switch feet. So the left foot's facing forward, right foot's out at like a 45-degree angle. And if you've got the elbow grab, you're going to want to switch so that your wonky elbow is the one that's grabbing. Here we go. On the next breath in, open your heart, and then exhale, lead with your heart. Allowing your inhales to draw energy up from the center of the earth, and then allow your exhales to move you deeper and deeper into the stretch. And again, circling back to the concept we discussed earlier of where is your focus? And the next breath in, gently release, coming all the way up. And go ahead and release hands. And then meet in mountain pose, Samasthiti. We're going to move into the standing balancing poses now. So this is where it's really important to get grounded, rooted, connected to the earth. So open your toes nice and wide. I know I always say it, but I always thought like it was so weird until I started doing it, and it makes all the difference. And we're gonna do a little grounding exercise. Just close your eyes. You can keep your hands on your hips or at heart center or down by your side. Sit up nice and tall, strong line of energy from the soles of the feet up to the crown of the head. I want you to shift your weight left and right, just from one foot into the other. Just go back and forth on your own breath, on your own time, and just feel that. Like all the weight is in the left foot. You could easily lift your right foot off. And then all the weight being in the right foot. So you could easily lift your left foot off. And the foot that has the weight in it, it's really, really deeply rooted. And then on the next breath, you can open your eyes. We're gonna stop playing with that now. Go ahead and shift your weight into the left leg. Just like we just talked about. Just like really root down in the left side. You can grab onto the mat with your toes, and then on the next inhale, lift up that right foot by bending the right knee. You can stay just like this, hand on the knee, or if you can reach, you can take the toe and fully extend. Wherever you are, find something across the room that's not moving, your drishti point or your gaze point. Taking a couple breaths here. Navel down to spine, and then on the next breath, go ahead and open that right knee out to the right. If you fall, it's okay. What's not okay is if you stop breathing. So make sure you're still focusing on that inhale and exhale. Try to keep them nice and slow. And then on the next breath, go ahead and release. Come up to the front. Demi point through the toe. Try to lift it a little higher. And then go ahead and release. Yeah. Go ahead and shake out that left leg. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Just take your toes wide, really ground. Shift your weight into the right side here, and then on the next inhale, we're going to bend the left knee. You can hold on to that knee. Keep that core nice and engaged. Stand up nice and tall. You don't want to be hunched over or anything like that. And I'm keeping my toes active here. So I want my whole leg to be engaged. And the next breath, take that left leg out to the left. Breathing here, nice slow inhales. Nice deep exhales. And then on the next breath in, take it up through center, release. Then point through the toe. Lift that foot a little higher. And try to keep this hip dialed down so you're in line here. My hips aren't open. And release, yeah. Shake out that right leg. We're going to take a vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and look between the hands. We're going to jump up to chair pose. And then inhale, arms up. Take one more nice deep inhale here. And then exhale, we're going to do something a little different. Take your hands to heart center and take that left elbow outside of that right knee. Take a twisted chair. And then sink your hips a little lower. Go ahead and plant your hands on the ground if you want to take side crow. I just been really wanting to teach side crow to you guys. So what you're doing is you're still in this twisted chair motion. And you're going to take your hands on the ground. You can shift your weight forward towards your hands and place your right hip on top of that the right elbow, and kind of just shift your weight forward and backward like this for a couple moments. See that? And then maybe you shift your weight forward enough that your feet come off the ground. So if you're like, no, Ryan, I do not want to do that, you can stay in your side chair, or you can hang out in a forward fold. And I'll show it one more time from this angle. Place your hands down, fingers open wide, elbows bent, facing back. Shift your weight forward. You've got this part of your thigh on the elbow, and then your hip on the other elbow. Shift your weight forward and back. And then lifting the feet. If you've been in a twisted chair for a long time, good for you. You're amazing. And go ahead and release, meeting in a forward fold, but go ahead and take your feet out hip distance apart. Bend your knees a lot, ragdoll. You can take opposite elbows. And rock forward and backward. Or you can let your arms hang and take some side to side. motion, whatever feels good for you. Breathing in, breathing out. All right, we're gonna do side curl on the other side, or twisted chair on the other side. So however you need to get ready, go ahead and come up into chair pose. Take your hands to heart center. Go ahead and get ready for the twist. And draw that right elbow outside of the left knee and then press into the knee with the shoulder. Notice how I do that? To twist myself a little more. You can stay on this side, twist the chair for a little bit, sink your hips a little lower. Then if you want to take side curl on the other side, same thing. Plant the hands, take your elbow on your thigh and then your hip on your other elbow. And shift your weight forward towards your hand. Maybe your feet lift up off the ground. Maybe you're in that side chair. I want to give you guys enough time to play if you're playing. And whenever you're ready, just release. Meeting in a forward fold at the front of your mat. You can plant the hands here, walk back to a downward dog. Inhale, lift high on the toes. Exhale, open the mouth, let it all go. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale, lifting high on the toes. And exhale, let it all go. Okay, we're going to take the right foot to the front of the mat. Warrior one. Take both arms up. We're going to just stay here for one breath today. And then on the exhale, open up to warrior two. Sending that right knee over to the right pinky side. And then inhale, take the arms together again, just turn the feet other way. Warrior one. Taking one more nice deep breath in. And then exhale, open the hips, open the arms, warrior two. Good. Next breath in, come up, turn everything towards the front of the mat. Bring your hands down onto the ground. Then meet in a downward facing dog. So if you've got to jump through in your practice, you can jump through to seated. If you don't have a jump through, you can really just jump to a seat. Bend the knees, look forward, and come sit down. So next, we're moving into Dandasana, which is one of my favorite poses. It kind of looks easy, and if you've done Ashtanga with me, I say this like all the time, it's kind of hard. Take your hands down by your side and press the ground. Now I want you to activate your legs, activate your core, sit up really nice and tall, and try to lift your heels off the ground. There's a very gentle tuck of your chin. It's not tucked too much. And breathe here. It's a really good place to get grounded. Feeling the base of the spine. Kind of low to the ground, the whole lower body. Just drawing that energy up from the earth, up through your yoga mat. And if you practice on the same yoga mat every time, it cultivates your energy there. Kind of like if you meditate in the same place every time, that intention kind of stays there. It's kind of like a good vibe zone. Now, staying how you are, legs nice and active, nice deep breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and fold. So you can just gently walk your hands forward. If you really don't go that far, it's okay. Just make sure you're hinging at the hips. You might have to like move the flash out away a little bit. Nice strong inhale. And then fold down a little bit. Good. If you have low back pain, this is really good for you. If you round in the back, it's just going to make your lower back work a lot. If you just fold a little bit, hinging at the hips, poking your tailbone out, this will really relieve that low back pain over time. Next breath in, come up. Go ahead and bend the right knee, open the right knee out to the right. Here we go. We're moving to Janu Shirsasana. So keep that sole of the right foot kind of attached to this left leg. And then turn your body to face the left leg just ever so slightly. Take a deep breath in. Keep this left leg active. Exhale, fold towards that foot. Asking yourself in this pose, where am I focusing my awareness? Am I focusing on my breathing? Am I focusing on the bottom of my left leg, drawing that energy up from the ground? Am I focusing on the body? On the next breath in, come up. We're going to switch legs. We're not going to take a vinyasa between sides unless you really want to, and if you really want to, go for it. We're going to do it again. So very gentle turn towards this right leg. Activate this leg. A nice strong inhale. Long spine. Sit up nice and tall. And then exhale, lead with your heart. You should typically always lead with your heart when you fold. And if you're a little confused of why I keep saying, where are you focusing your awareness today? And you're like, I don't know where to focus my awareness. The reason why I'm saying it is because I want to make a point or a habit of asking yourself, where am I focusing my awareness? You know, because if you don't know where your awareness is being focused, which most people don't, throughout their day, throughout their life, and that's not a bad thing. It's just something to, bring awareness to. If you don't know where your awareness is being focused, then you don't know what your intention is, which means you're not setting your intention. So you're not being intentional. But if you ask yourself, where am I focusing my awareness? You can begin to say, okay, I'm thinking about dinner, and I should be thinking about my breath. When you get into that habit, it's kind of like meditation. It gets easier and easier. Go ahead and come all the way up. Cross the legs, we're going to take a vinyasa. And then go ahead and jump through to a seat. We're going to take one Mahitsyasana. So take a handprint width between your right foot and your left leg. Keep the left leg active. Anytime we're doing folds, we need to keep these legs strong. We're going to take the right arm, kind of swim it around the right leg, and then the left arm swims behind your back so you can reach. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, fold. Circling back to our breathing, back to our breath, back to our body. On the next breath in, come up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Left knee bends, right leg straight. Keep it nice and strong. You're going to swim that left arm around and then take the right arm to meet it in the back. Nice strong inhale. Come all the way up. And then exhale, begin to fold. Leading with your heart. And if you can't reach your hands behind your back, you can hold on to a strap or a towel. And if you can reach, ask yourself, what am I doing with my shoulders? See that? I want to be open in the chest and leading with the chest. Deep breath in. Slow, deep breath out. On the next breath, Come all the way up. We're going to release. We're going to move into, you can take a vinyasa here if you want to. If you don't want to take a vinyasa, you can take a forward fold and then a backward stretch. And then we're going to move into boat pose. So we've got enough time for that. Go ahead and I like to start with my knees bent, sitting up nice and normal, and then I take my hands on my chest and I literally push my chest back until I feel my core activate. And then you can lift up your legs. Try to keep your toes in line with your eyes. So you can either hold underneath your knees here and pull them in with your feet kind of flexed, or you can extend the legs long. Make sure to breathe. Then go ahead and place the hands on the ground. We're going to lift everything up, and you can touch your toes down to do this too. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale back to boat pose. Sorry, there's like a fly in my house. I don't know what to do about it. I'm sorry. And then I guess that's a good question for me. Where am I focusing my awareness in this moment? 3, 2, 1. Cross your legs the other way. So if you had this way that time, do it this way this time. Lift everything up. One more. One more breath. And go ahead and release. Okay. I'm going to turn to you. We're going to take one arm balance today, and then we'll do a little closeout. So one more arm balance. You can come into Malasana and just kind of sit in this yogi squat here. If you don't want to do any arm balances or anything, it's a really good way to feel grounded, feel rooted, because this is like really opening in the hips and the pelvis. That's where the root chakra is at. And so send your breath there. Send your breath to the base of the spine. Like you're charging it up, like it's a battery. Yeah, you can stay here just like this. Or if you want to, we're going to go into Bhujigadasana. So I've taught this before, but I think it's really fun. I just jumped my feet out a little wider. My hands have my fingers open really nice and wide, elbows drawn back, kind of like we did in side crow. And then you just walk your feet forward a little bit, wrap around the arms, and then kind of hook your feet together. And then you can just squeeze your thighs onto your upper arms, and you can feel that tension there, but you're really just balancing. I don't know if you can see that, anything on the ground. You're really just balancing. And then from here, if you want to take Titibhasana, you can just release the feet. Still keep those legs squeezed in nice and tight. And then just extend the feet out long. So I'll let you guys play with that a little bit. If you're in that yogi squat and you're like, I'm done with this now, come down onto your butt. We're going to take Baddha Konasana, wait for our little flyers to be done. And if you've been doing some flying, maybe you want to start giving your wrist a little love. Give yourself a little massage in the left hand, left wrist, and then do it in the right hand, right wrist. Go ahead and just take your feet crisscross. Bring your hands with your pointer finger and thumb together and just place them on your knees. Close your eyes and we're going to take 3 deep breaths in together. I want you to focus on just your breathing. Breathing in for 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 4 this time. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more deep breath. 5 counts. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold up the top for 5 counts. Imagine yourself drawing energy up to the base of the spine. And then exhaling for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. And if you have lotus, full lotus in your practice, you can take that, or you can stay just with your legs crossed. We're going to take this for 5 breaths. We lift everything all the way up. Your hands are open wide, kind of like all the arm balances we've been doing. Rock your weight forward and then lift up for 5 breaths. One more. And then go ahead and release. Release the feet. We're going to move into Shavasana. So take your head to the top of your mat, feet to the back of your mat. And lay all the way out. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale through the mouth. Just sigh it all out. You may close your eyes and take a couple moments to let your mind wander and let your body relax. I'll guide you back when it's time. Gently begin bringing awareness back into the body now. And start by wiggling the fingers and the toes. And making circles in the wrists and in the ankles. You can reach your arms overhead like an early morning stretch. And whenever you're ready, just rolling over onto the right side for a fetal pose. Take a couple moments there. With your eyes soft or closed, you can come up to a comfortable cross-legged seat. Bringing the hands to heart center. When you get there, take a deep breath in, draw the shoulders up to the ears. And exhale, draw them down the back. We're going to take one more nice deep breath in together and end the class with Om. Filling the lungs all the way up. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. Namaste. Happy Friday. How are you guys feeling? You feeling good? Feeling fresh? Feeling grounded? Feeling energized? Namaste. You're welcome. I love you. So happy you're here. And yeah, happy Friday. I'm going to go back to teaching. You guys are funny. You guys are cute. I'm going to go back to teaching regularly, but I'm only going to teach once a week. So do you want Monday or do you want Friday? Let me know. Text me, DM me, email me, write it in the chat here. Which one is your favorite? If you want me to keep teaching on Fridays, or if you want me to teach on Mondays. Mondays I usually teach a flow. Fridays I usually teach Ashtanga, but I can switch it up if I'm just teaching once a week. And there's that. Any special announcements? I do have a special announcement. I'm actually doing the biggest giveaway of all times on July 31st. I'm going to be giving away this yoga mat, which was made, hold on, I got to get it out, from my friend, Jelly Rose Brown. So I don't know if you follow her on Instagram, but it's Jelly Rose Art. So beautiful. And I'm giving away this yoga mat in a contest. So in order to enter in the contest, you basically follow me on Instagram, Pakaloki Yoga, and join the split challenge. And then you have to post about the split challenge, tag 30-day splits. And I'll also be giving away some platinum apparel gear. So it's like a whole thing. If you want to know more about it, just follow my Instagram page, Pakaloki Yoga, and I'll give you the details on there. So yeah, have a wonderful weekend. Happy Friday. I'm so happy to be back. And I'm so grateful to be here. I'm so grateful to be alive. And I hope that you're feeling like all this gratitude and all this energy, because there's like an overflowing amount of energy and gratitude in the universe right now. And it's like, yeah, I just feel it, but like, I know everyone's feeling it. Yeah, somebody told me that something's going on with the moon and that like a bunch of different timelines are collapsing into our timeline, which means make extra special care that pay extra special attention to what you're focusing your awareness on, because what you focus on grows. So if you focus on your gratitude, your abundance, and your love, you will have so much more gratitude, abundance, and love. But if you focus on your lack and the things that are going wrong in your life, you're just going to get more of that. So I love you, and I'm so happy that you got to practice with me today. I'm so grateful that I got to practice with you today. Namaste.